Welcome back, family. Welcome back to What's the Juice at the Juicy Tea 1111 Energy. I actually love this, y'all. I love it. I love it. I love it. I got my mama here chilling with me. Okay. Some of y'all may be missing your parents right around now. You know, that's if they are not here with you, but they are always with you. But in the physical, right? But in the spiritual, they're always with you. Okay. Some of y'all could be actually thinking about countryside energy, you know, just being out in the fresh environment, fresh air. I know Christmas is here, but you know, not everybody, but that if you do, happy holidays to you, okay? If you do, you know, nevertheless. So y'all know where I stand on that. But thank you for being here. Thank you for the sticking with me, okay? However you do, thank you, all right? Thank you just for being here, y'all. Nevertheless, tap into the energy, y'all. A lot of your family member, but before we do divine, thank you, please. Thank you for being here with me. Please bring in my angels, ancestors, and protectors and spiritual guides. Please keep me surrounded with protection. Um, as it is definitely needed near this time, okay? Now, during this time, near, okay? Type of energy. Some of you guys may be nearing some things here. You may be nearing what it is that you've been moving towards, whether it is something positive, whether it is something negative. And I say that being real because there are cross watchers that watch us, family, and they've been doing some things, right? And they've been doing it because they have been upset about circumstances. Some of your parents, too, I just heard, could have been living through this type of energy. And these people wanted to break you and they wanted to bring you down. Okay, they wanted to break you, they wanted to bring you down. These people have used a lot of people against you, and these people that they've used against you, these are people that you could have trusted. You could have trusted, and you know, you felt you were loyal to them until they showed they weren't loyal to you. And it wasn't that, it wasn't until, it was just like you knew to back up off these people. Some of y'all are going through that right now because you already realize what it is that you've been going through. See, I feel like a lot of your ancestors went through this type of energy, but didn't really know how to identify it or what it was called. Some things are, you know, way above other people's understanding or even understanding because most people wouldn't fathom that people would even conduct or do things like this, right? So your ancestors were being attacked. Some of y'all have mothers and fathers that were attacked. It could have been through, you know, just getting them with the wrong people, going through these drug addictions, you know, dealing with toxic people, places, things, environments, right? This could have been something that was practiced for a very long time against your ancestors. Just, you know, take it how it resonates. Spirit is also saying that, you know, I feel like many of you are very targeted because of the knowledge that you hold. And it's like they come for you because you stick up for yourself or because what you speak brings resolution to many at 344 when I say it. And that's the problem for these people. The things that you speak brings resolution for many because a lot of people are afraid to even, you know, speak up for what is right, what is righteous. You know, you could have had family members that have gone through things, right? And the family members were trying to explain stuff, but it just wasn't coming out right. So some of them just, you know, went all the way back into themselves, okay? Some of them, you know, just ended up getting on some sort of addiction because, you know, who was going to believe them type energy. But these people were being targeted for either some sort of gift they had, some sort of knowledge they had, some sort of outlook on the future that they had. But see, you're strong, family. You're not going down that road with no dope, no drugs, no addictions. You ain't tripping. See, that's the thing too. You know, there it's like, whew, when I tell you that you got a lot of energy out here that's very upset with the fact that, you know, they have tried and tried and tried and tried and tried to do everything to you. They have probably even done it to other people you knew. These people have been coming for you for a minute. Then they get everyone else involved and they keep getting more and more people involved. And you're like, huh? These people have stolen your identity. They've stolen pictures. They've used these high technology type shits. Cause I was like, wait a minute, how come family, when you go somewhere and you ain't even did shit to nobody except for stand your ground when it comes to something with you, cause that's what the fuck they would do. Excuse me for cussing. Oh Lord, F533. That's what they would do. There ain't nobody out here that would not stand their ground when it comes to them having to handle business. Take it respectfully though, right? And then when you keep getting played and whooped around in a circle and shit. They are upset because you stand for something. You just ain't falling for anything. These people are very upset with you. These are the kind of energies, family, I'm telling you, like, man, there are things that people get away with that you could not get away with. You wouldn't be able to get away with. These are people that take, at 622, take so much for granted. You dealing with folks that take a lot of shit for granted and you looking like shit. Hold up, wait a minute. Because you ain't taking nothing for granted, family. You ain't taking nothing for granted. These are energies that don't really understand or understand that you have been through so much. You have had people you thought you could trust and were loyal to you show you the opposite. And then try to play you like you wouldn't know any better. And then when you sit back and think about it and be like, well, I'll be damned type energy, you like, ain't this a blip? You know what I'm saying, family? Like, wow, when you sit back and look at things like that, and it doesn't mean it could be, hey, friends, family, foe, take it how you know, okay? It could be anybody. It could be a dad at the grocery store. You go, you see a price, boom, bam, you get up there and the next thing you know is more, or it ain't on sale, or something done cracked off, something done happened. You like, wow. And that was just a hypothetical, but everyday life, right? You're moving in the flow of positivity, but then you get hit with some sort of BS. And it may not even dawn on you right then and there. You be like, okay, well, I ain't got time. You're keeping it moving, you're keeping your vibrations high, you're going on about your day. But then when you come home and you rest and you relax and you revisit your day, you revisit those conversations, you revisit the things that people say to you, you revisit the feelings and the emotions that you get, and not because you're emotional, but just because, you know what I'm saying, you're tapped in. So you got that empath type energy. Like some of y'all be feeling feelings through the wall type energy. Like you ain't even got to be around, but you feel the presence. You feel the energy. Then you see gestures. People like to throw you gestures a lot, don't they? Like, try to make you feel some kind of way. And they do that a lot. They do that a lot. I'm telling you, family. And you be like, damn, okay, how should I take that? And then you take it the way you should take it. And see, there's getting ready to be a time where, I heard it loud as day. These folks gonna be living like the Boogie Eli in this bitch if they don't get it together. Oh wow. Okay. Somebody said his name. I said it was Denzel. Somebody said he pronounces it Denzel. I said, what? But y'all know Washington, right? Yeah. That's the kind of energy, right? And it's like, people don't understand that when the divine has something for you to do, when the divine has a mission for you, it's going to get done. And in divine timing. You are going to live to be a very wise soul for some of you. Because here on earth, there are things that need to be done. There are things that need to be handled. Because at 10:01, there have been things that have gone so wrong for so long that it has impacted generations of people. It is now time for energies to put aside all of that hoofla they got going on. If people don't like it where they're at and they don't want to get along with whom they're surrounded around, they need to get some work. They need to get a better understanding of how the world really goes round. See, I see a lot of people talking about how people like came to different countries just to take advantage of situations. I done seen Japan say, shit. I think that was Japan. They was on YouTube. They were like, shit, we are not taking nobody type energy. I was like, damn. And, and it was just like shit because they see what it is like, and I get it, right? Because they have it right here in the United States. People will sit here and not have a lot, and then because they don't have a lot, I forgot how it used to go, family. When we was growing up, it was like you could always tell somebody that ain't never had nothing because the way they act when they get something or some sort of saying like that, right? And it's just because they haven't tapped into the abundance within them. And instead of people coming and tapping into the abundance within, they look at things and then totally get some sort of perspective that is so untrue. Like I was watching the African diaspora the other day, and oh man, I forget her name, but she pops up often. I'll have to remember it and say. But she was saying how the man on there, he was from Africa, and he was just going in, talking about we didn't build shit, we didn't do shit, and I was like, ooh, 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 and it wasn't like that. See, and oh, he said that the only reason people they go to jail is because they look black like us. I said, damn, and I thought to myself, are you kidding me? There's a lot of people, family, that they get this impression that you had an easy life. They get the impression that, yeah, because your country is like this, all you had to do was this and that. Yes, we come from different countries, but that doesn't mean it was any easier. See, family, I ain't talking about your demographics. I'm talking about everybody who has experienced that struggle, that hard knock life, hard knock life. Yeah, okay. You already know what I'm talking about. For everybody that has experienced that, other people look at you as if you've had it easy, and you have not. Facts. I feel like they take, a situation for granted when they look at you, or they feel that you have, and you're looking like, are you kidding me? You ain't never took nothing for granted, and you done fought hard for everything, and you done work for everything. But then they look at you, and that's what it is. But there's a lot of your ancestors that went through this type of energy. You may have seen family members and things, and some of y'all may just now be realizing what it was. It was an attack on their spirit, on their soul, on their heart. It was an attack on who they are. At 1333, it was attack on who they are. But now that you are living it and you are seeing it and you're able to resonate, this is what this is, this is, you know what I'm saying? See, a lot of people folks don't realize death is not the end. Many of y'all done died before. It is not the end. Many of you have seen nothing but all white. Couldn't even tell if you was on a floor or what. 14. Energies are not on your energy field or level. You see what I'm saying, family? Like when I just saw that, I heard Powder, and I saw Powder, the movie Powder. There's certain movies that flash to me. And I feel like these energies that come for you have not really lived through what you have lived through at 1444. And then I saw 1441 before that. So it's like they look at you and feel like you had something handed to you when they do not realize that where you are, where they stand. Your ancestors, and I mean everybody's ancestors, Native American, even settlers, even the indigenous people that were already here. Everybody's ancestors has put in, no matter wherever they come from. So things should be respected, but it has not been. And that is now what people are seeing. People are seeing the outcome of not respecting other folks just because they feel they're powerful. I feel like now is the great shift of things. Okay, family. So take that message how it resonates. Thank you for tapping in. I just felt like, many of y'all, you didn't understand some things, but now you're starting to enter and understand some things because you've seen family members go through the things you're going through. Some of y'all don't even have nobody to talk to, but I feel like spirit is always on time. The divine is always on time. Okay, family, remember that the divine is always on time at 1616. Okay, so I love you and the divine loves you. And until next time, Ashe.